The National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union NEHAWU's top leaders say the two-day NEC gathering took place at a time of global uncertainty along with a slew of challenges facing workers and the economy. On the Government of National Unity, the union says it feels vindicated by the current developments, maintaining that the ANC should have never formed government with the DA and FF+. Now NEHAWU wants the two parties removed from the GNU composition.
We do think that it's like we're having two governments in one. So we agree that we don't think that should happen. We hope that our movement, African National Congress, in their meeting and their wisdom, will act on this thing and act decisively. But we also hope that the partners that are remaining in the government of national unity can be firm and decisive and kick the Democratic Alliance out of the government of national unity.
The NEHAWU NEC has expressed its opposition to the VAT increase. It says this is an indication of how far removed government is from the daily struggles facing many ordinary South Africans.
When the minister is saying is going to increase the VAT, we know where it will hit hard, and that is the workers in particular. That is why we are saying we are against the increase of VAT. There are people who are earning, and that is the rich people. So those are the ones that should be targeted.
On global politics and the 31% tariffs on South African products by the United States, NEHAWU says the African continent should use this to diversify its markets and allow more trade amongst countries.
The critical thing is to build your own self-reliance. Because, for instance, AGOA and a few others, including the issues on health funding, they were not necessarily meant to be permanent. They were interventions that we can budget our life, the entire life of a nation, on handouts of one day we're going to have a mad dog like Donald Trump as he is, and then the whole thing fall apart without you having a contingency plan of how you sustain yourself and you take forward your own mandate as government. So we will call for, while we're trying to have negotiations, but we also must build in systems, and that is going to make the South African economy to be able to stand on its own.
NEHAWU becomes the latest of COSATU unions to endorse and resolve to support the SACP instead of the ANC in the upcoming elections. The union's Zola Sapeta says they'll arrange an urgent bilateral with the SACP Secretariat to establish the work in progress on contesting the 2026 local government elections.
We are wholehearted behind the Communist Party contesting elections, not only limited to 2026, even for the future, because it carries the class interests of our members.
COSATU is still to announce who it will support in the upcoming elections. The Labour Federation says the decision will be based on the inputs from all its affiliates, including NEHAWU. NEHAWU saying it is watching keenly discussions around the GNU, maintaining their stance to boot the DA and FF+ out of the composition going forward and to consider proposed alternatives. The union is also calling on their members to back the SACP going into the future and for African solidarity in the wake of US tariffs. Katla Rodi, SABC News in Johannesburg.